Hey guys, welcome to another awesome video in the Ark Taming series here on the Boston Chris Show. I appreciate you guys watching yet another video, my weekly series on how to tame animals on Ark, how to make new friends. It's always fun. And this week we are focusing on another animal from the Ark Additional Creatures 2 Wild Ark mod. This one's called the Cedarosaurus. This is a medium-sized sauropod that's often found in well-forested regions. I am indeed in a well-forested region, and I have found me a Cedarosaurus in that area. I'm going to try to tame it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, how to get it, what does work, what doesn't work, etc., etc. Let's get into it. So, the first thing we have to understand about the Cedarosaurus is it is not carryable by anything but a Tusoteuthis, according to the wiki. It can be knocked out, which is how we're going to get it, and you can use a chain bola, a large bear trap, or an Eriops, which is the large bear trap-like creature that is in this mod as well. However, I am going to try to pick it up with a Rhinignatha and see if that works. Now, if it doesn't, or if you don't have a Rhinignatha, you can obviously use a bear trap to stop it from moving, or you can try to trick it into a trap. Now, you can see that the Rhinignatha does pick them up. So what we're going to do is move him down to the beach. And because I'm not going to trap them, I'm just going to go down to the beach here. I'm not even going to bring him to a trap. Although, if you are a lower level than I am, you might want to put him into a trap if you can't move him to a safer area. Just so you don't have other creatures that are trying to eat him as you wait for him to wake up. And so I'm just going to bring him over here to the ob. You know what? We're just going to go a little bit further to the over here. This is a fairly easy area to tame things. We are on my Ragnarok private rented server, where the taming multiplier is 2.5, and and I also have a binturong on my shoulder, which is also going to drain food on this guy as well. Anywho, we're just going to bring him over here. And we'll drop him down. Again, there are no creatures in this area of the map, so I use this area quite a bit. So we're going to drop him down. And then we're just going to jump off. And just to show you guys... the correct way. I'm not going to use the web darts. I'm going to use shocking trank darts. I'm not going to use modded darts. Okay, so we got our gun, and so we're going to torpor him. He's 17,000 torpor and only 4,000 health. So one thing I do want to do is I want to have some kind of ride that I can shoot off the back of the creature. I think Maywing is not one of them. So just find you something that you can essentially get onto the back of, and so you can shoot off the back of it as well. Now you can see that my creature is trying to get back to where he was earlier. So hopefully he will get mad at me. Come back down here. He will. Okay, and this is why you want to have a creature. If he is angry, and that's okay. You will just back up. Whatever creature you're on, just keep backing up. If you feel more comfortable or you are lower level and you want to put him into a trap, I completely understand. And so you can use any kind of gates, behemoth gates, whatever, to get him safely ensconced inside so other creatures do not come over and try to eat him while he's sleeping. It's so aggravating when that happens. Alright, so he's torpor running now. He should knock out with this dart. Here we go. Alright. so there we go. He's knocked out. Can we say holy slow animation, Batman? Like, what is he doing, bro? It looked like it looked like Ric Flair before he took a freaking bump. You know what I mean? Anyway, we got him. He's knocked out. So the best food for these guys is superior kibble. And their saddle is unlocked at level 50. So this is kind of a mid-game tame. Let's try to see if we can't figure out why it's so late in the game. So 50 is not that late, but typically you wouldn't think you would need a sauropod that late in the game. So we need to figure out why that is. So the Cedarosaurus or Cedarosaurus, they spawn in the redwoods, the sunken forest on Extinction, the bog forest, and the bog plains on the Genesis maps, and the Eden forest and Eden jungles as well. It is a medium-sized sauropod that is often found in well-forested regions. Despite being on the smaller end of the sauropod size scale, the Cedarosaurus is one of the island's most tamed sauropods due to how well-rounded it is. For a sauropod, Cedarosaurus is very fast for its size and can maintain that speed for considerable amounts of time. While being a large and bulky critter, Cedarosaurus is not stuck to simply using its weight to defend itself in place. It is able to swing its neck while it's moving. Cedarosaurus is perfect for both offense and defense. So essentially, he's a Boston Celtic. Let's go. If a survivor doesn't mind the mediocre speed, which is weird, because it didn't say it had good speed. It just said it could move. It could maintain the speed. On the more passive side, it also has impressive harvesting and carry potential, making it great when resources need to be gathered as well. All of these combined make Cedarosaurus one of the most tamed and used sauropods on the island. I'm still not seeing why this would be more impressive than, say, a Bronto. I guess the Bronto doesn't come out until level 60. And the platform is not until 80. I guess that makes sense. You know what we should do? We should put food in this guy. What we should do. So my binturong will also be increasing his food value with popcorn. Right? I also should have timestamped this. All right, we are back. We have our Cedarosaurus or however you say the name. What is up, Dendy? Welcome. We're going to take him back to said base and put a saddle on him and see what he... So as I mentioned, we have a level 50 saddle. And so we are going to unlock said saddle if I haven't done that already. I have done that already. And then you go to your own crafting area in your inventory, your own inventory. And you should be able to craft said saddle there. So we will do so. Now, as I have said, we want to try to figure out why this creature is essentially a level 50 tame. Let's put the saddle on him. So here we are. Okay, so we have that bug. That's fun. So there's the creature. So the first thing I notice is when you move your mouse, it turns in place. Which I'm almost positive the Bronto doesn't even. I could be wrong. I'm not even touching the keyboard. I am just turning my mouse. That's pretty cool. It reduces the weight of various resources in its inventory, including wood, metal, stone. It's very similar to the Rajasaurus from the same mod in that aspect. The left click is a head sweep, which has a wide area of attack and can be done while moving. Wow. Okay, so I am moving and... Oh. Alright, so that looks a little awkward, right? Come on now, that's... Like, how is he moving while doing that? What do you mean? Alright, I don't want to mess with the Stegos, but we will fuck up a chicken now. Alright, so there we go. It also will harvest berries. Apparently, that's cool. Alright, so that's cool. The right click is a foot stomp, and it cannot be done while moving, but it hits twice with fair damage. So you have to stop moving to do that. It's a right click. It's a very quick 2 stomps. And it has decent knockback. It also, that right click will also harvest stone, as you can see. That we found out quite by accident. Now the C key does a rearing kick stomp. Woo! That does a lot of damage. See? So that's the C key. It gets up off of its hind legs and just Mike Tyson's yo ass. Like that. It doesn't really have any knockback. Right? It will rear up and then do a combo of a front leg kick into a stomp. That also cannot be done while moving. And this has high knockback and can damage stone structures, but cannot be done with no stamina. That will harvest wood, stone, and berries. There's also a bellow with the X key. There's that, which is completely aesthetic. And like I said earlier, apparently you can run for a really long time. But he's not fast at all. So like this would not, I don't know. It does have a really high weight threshold, which is good. High health. It's like a mini Bronto, to be honest. And my only issue with it would be that you get the Bronto almost immediately right after. It's like 13 levels. So I'm not sure what the overall use for this would be at level 50. I would think it should be a lot, maybe level 30 or 25 or something like that. Would make more sense. Or perhaps they have another sauropod that's lower level than that. I'll have to find out later. But that is the Cedarosaurus of the Additional Creatures 2 Wild Ark mod. If you enjoyed this video, please show it some love by hitting the like button. You can, of course, see more from this series every single week by hitting the subscribe button, completely free. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will check you down the road. So one last thing that I did want to talk about before we move on to our next video in this series. And I think I kind of figured out why this creature is important as a level 50 creature. And that is that it decreases the weight of a lot of different items in its inventory. And I'm going to tell you about them. Now, the following 4 items weigh only 45% of their normal weight in the inventory of the Cedarosaurus. Those 4 items are spark powder, coal, charcoal, and anthracite. And then these items, and there's quite a few of these, all of these items weigh only 60% of the total weight in the inventory of this creature. Wood, stone, sand, salt, crystal, scrap metal, metal ingots, oil, obsidian, sulfur, tungsten, green, blue, and red gems, and element ore. All of those items will weigh 60% less in the inventory of this creature. Which essentially means this is a great creature to take out as a pack mule if you're harvesting damn near anything. Like you go out with a beaver or a doughy or an anky or something, and you're out, doing that. You can literally just take this guy with you and fill him up with a lot more items than if you didn't have him. But yeah, pretty cool little thing. Definitely, probably much more worth it now that I found that information. Again, guys, thanks for the support, and I'll catch you down the road.